So let's get into the good, the bad, the fugly. That's where we take a look at the stuff that happens in sports this week. And we're going to point out some good, something that was bad, and something that was fucking ugly.
Mm-hmm.
Hunter, you are our guest. Give us your good for the week.
My good for the week. So I went back and forth on this. My initial thought, first thing that came to my head is Stephen Curry. But I want to expand it. I think there was more to the Olympics than just Stephen Curry. I'm going to give it to Team USA. It's very generic, very bland, but we won the medal count, and that's huge. Something we've come to expect, but it is something we should be prideful in, especially as the world gets more competitive in sports. We saw in basketball how more competitive that landscape is, how much better countries are getting at different sports. But I think where we can take our wins, Simone Biles, unstoppable, right? Like she is just on a different level. Katie Ledecky, still at a different level in the 1500, right? Like Sydney McLaughlin, like there are so many athletes we have that are just at such a different level, such an elite level. And to top it off, I think you got to give props to Steph Curry. That game at the end just showed everyone in the world why Team USA is so special in basketball. And I think it just topped off the Olympics in a perfect way. So yeah, I'm giving it to Team USA for the good.
Bert, Mike Hughes said he saw the Juan Soto legacy game.
Yo, I saw his stories and I can't tell you how jealous I was. And man, I think when I was catching up with him on Friday when we were all on, he was saying how he wanted to see the Yanks because he wanted to see Judge. And man, he got a show from Soto. Soto hit another one again tonight in the first. So dude is on fire for sure.
Future Met Juan Soto.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, we've spoken about it time and time again on the show. That may be headed that way. But so my good, keeping it with the Olympics fashion, my good is that they've announced 5 new sports for 2028. Excuse me, 5 for 2028. That's coming back into the Olympics. Some of them coming back in, some of them brand new for the Olympics. And to just showcase how good they are, I'll go over the 5 new ones that were in this past Olympics too. So the Olympic Committee basically said for the LA Games, they're introducing squash, flag football, lacrosse, cricket, and baseball and softball. This to me is a solid list. You know why, gentlemen? Because they're fucking sports. Yeah. That's why.
Yeah.
And just to reiterate, the voting of what just came in this Olympics, kayak cross, skateboarding, and surfing, I'll give you. I think they are sports and have been a part of the Olympics before. And sport climbing. And let's not forget breaking, or as we know it, breakdancing. And we all know what a shit show that was, but great for memes and great for the internet all around. So why am I excited? For many reasons. One, because I was looking at the fact that baseball and softball weren't a part of the Olympics this year, particularly when we know baseball has really become a global game, far more than, dare I say, flag football, which we know will probably take on more an Americanized flag football and has probably not been out there traditionally from global competition. I think squash is great. I think lacrosse is great. And cricket, of course, one of the biggest international games, I think second to only football, or dare I say soccer. So I'm really looking forward to 4 years from now, not only because it is back on US soil, it is in LA. It's going to be a nightmare for anybody who's out there, but I'll enjoy watching from the couch at home all of these sports. Although I do hear baseball and softball isn't going to be played in LA. It's actually going to be played like a neutral site elsewhere in the States. That might be cool to travel to. But my good is the Olympics are back with sport. So good.
Yeah. So like they said that like soccer, right? Because that was the drama with the Hard Rock. Because I think there's like 8 soccer games happening in Miami at the Hard Rock. But this past whatever happened at the Hard Rock with Argentina and all those people.
That was the Copa final. Yeah.
The Copa final. Yeah. Tore that place up. So now the people at the Hard Rock were like, yo, get the fuck out of here. No more soccer over here. So I'm guessing the Olympics will be spread out throughout the country. I don't know if that's limited to just LA and Miami, but I just remembered that. Yeah. Breakdancing. I mean, they had trampoline on there and shit. Like, I'm like, yeah, what the fuck is going on?
Like, what are we doing here?
I am glad. I knew there was rumblings about like esports being in this Olympics. I'm not sure how I felt about that, even though I understand the growth of esports. They're giving out scholarships for it now, whatever. Tag was something I was actually interested in. Like, if we're going to throw breakdancing and trampolining in there, I would have, like, if anybody's seen professional tag, that's pretty exciting. I think I would have liked to see something like that.
Why not pickleball? Why not one of the fastest growing sports?
I was literally just going to say that. Where I live down here in North Carolina, if you don't play pickleball, you're a square. Yeah. And so I would have loved to see, pickleball. I mean, they had badminton on there. Why not pickleball? Yep. Why not get, because I think you can get different age groups, right? Like you can have the older crowd represent in the Olympics. I think that'd be dope. There's a lot of guys, Bert, not for nothing. Me and you are creeping up there in age, our hoop dreams are over, but I could get out there on the pickleball court and stay out of the kitchen. But, I would love to see, the expansion as long as it's not ridiculous. Breakdancing, not exactly sure how that fits.
It's out. It's gone. They've already.
And I'm glad. Shout out to Ray Gun though. She made it. I mean, the fact, and that's probably it though, right? Like the fact that she is bigger than the actual whatever happened in the sport, probably says a lot. My good is going to NFL rookie quarterbacks. Caleb Williams, JJ McCarthy. Hey, JJ McCarthy, rest in peace to your knee. I know you're out for the year. That sucks because not for nothing, you're probably one of the most hated rookies coming out of college I've seen in a long time. For a guy who's won a national championship, everybody thinks you're not going to be shit. It's got to be like a shitty feelings. And I just want to give him props for, playing well in his first and I guess last NFL game this season with his torn meniscus. But I mean, Jaden McDaniels, Joe Milton, Michael Penix, Spencer Rattler, all the rookie quarterbacks played well. Like and I think, I'm not going to go out as far as to say that all of them are going to be starters or look like starting. History will tell us most of them won't start, or we'll never see them again after the preseason. But at least for one game, I want to give them their flowers. Hunter, you're bad.
My bad is actually, speaking of JJ McCarthy, is the Vikings. Terrible news today with JJ McCarthy being out for the year. And the worst part about this, not only is their rookie quarterback out, but now Sam Darnold has to play QB for them. For those of you who are not familiar with Sam Darnold's game, 63 touchdowns, 56 interceptions. Might as well call him Jameis Winston Jr. I am not a fan of this type of play. He has always had the arm talent for me. It's the decision-making process that has always been his issue. And I think the Vikings, as much talent as they have on the offensive side of the ball this year, I don't think it'll matter if Sam Darnold's at the helm. We saw it with the Jets. We saw it in Carolina. I just don't think it's going to work. And I also think their defense should have been improved this offseason, and they could have done a little better, but they didn't. And so I think the Vikings are going to struggle now, especially without JJ McCarthy.
Jameis Winston didn't deserve that stray, Mike Hughes says. That's hilarious.
Well, should have fake kneeled.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. 2 free wins for the Bears this year. Mike Hughes, famously a Bears guy. So we'll see. Caleb Williams looked good against the Bills' secondary defensive line. So we'll see. Bert, you're bad.
I'm going homer here, boys. The Yankees, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Man, thankfully it wasn't as bad as I originally panic text you all yesterday, and by you all it was Jerm and the rest of the text group of saying that it's over, he's going to need surgery, game over, man. The Yankees have lost it because he has certainly served as the spark the Yankees needed in a time when their offense was inconsistent, which it feels like a statement I'm fucking saying every single year at this point. But the guy he was electric when he came in. We were all wondering why we needed such a utility player when we have enough outfielders, but but he came in, honestly, what is the graphic I sent yesterday, Jerm? Oh, here it is. 14 games with the Yankees, batting .316, 11 RBIs and 7 home runs, all of which I think with Aaron Judge's bat. But nevertheless, he was absolutely electric. Came out today. He's on the 10-day IL, so not as bad as we originally thought, but certainly my bad because I wanted to see it. But it's not all bad. It's not my fugly this week, and that's partly because Juan Soto, man, he unzipped his pants and let that thing dangle yesterday. Like, are you kidding me? He was the sole reason for their offense the whole night. 3 home runs yesterday, 1 home run already starting out today. I know it's against the White Sox, but my God, let me be excited. It was just fantastic. So hopefully he's not the only one that's going for the offense that we're going to be losing with Jazz, but him being out at least 10 days or so, man, that's my bad.
Yeah, that's a tough break. That was going to be my bad, but I assumed you were already going to do that. My bad is going to the New York Mets losing to journeyman Austin Adams, a guy that we cut, Bert. Don't know why, because the Mets need bullpen, and that the one guy came out, fucking dog walked us, and then hit our oh my God celebration and told us to get the fuck out of here. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. The Mets, and it's embarrassing because we are in this playoff push. We fought our way to the wild card, top of the wild card, held it for a bit, let the Braves take it from us, and then we get swept by the Mariners. And then fine, that's a road trip. You get it. 3-game road trip, swept by the Mariners, shit happens. You come back home. All right, y'all. It's time to fucking get it done. You lose to the Oakland Athletics. The team basically doesn't exist anymore. Like they're ghosts. They're literally dead men walking, and you're losing to them and then letting a journeyman pitcher fucking just destroy you and talk shit to you. And then you have the nerve. Edwin Diaz says, "Oh, that's arrogant. Then don't get mad at what's about to happen." Edwin Diaz, you have one knee. Shut the fuck up. Hey, turn them trumpets off. You haven't played well all year. I don't want to hear that shit. As a Mets fan, I don't want to hear any Met talking any shit about any other team. Like, it's embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing. Sick of the Mets. Fucking sick. And they deserve it, because in my experience, pain and embarrassment are the only two things that consistently change behavior. And since nobody can actually physically beat the shit out of us, this embarrassment hopefully helps this team turn around. I don't know how many more fucking McDonald's characters that we can trot out there to throw out the first pitch to help us out. But who's
try them all at this point. Let's go.
Try them all. Get the Hamburglar out here. I don't give a fuck. Somebody help us. Help us. All right, that's it. What's your Hunter? Your fugly.
Oh, my fugly is the Pittsburgh Pirates. They just lost their 10th straight game in a row. And honestly, they were on a good streak. They were only 2.5 games out from the NL wild card. Now they're 7.5 games out. I don't know if it's doable now. They have good guys on their roster. They're a very capable team to make the wild card, but they kind of shot themselves in the foot at the wrong time of the year, and I don't think they're going to recover. So that is my fugly for this week.
Nice. Bert?
My fugly, jumping back to the Olympics, not because it's fugly for this individual, but it's fugly for everybody else involved. But that's Ima Khalif, the female boxer that everybody was saying was a man. She's coming out for blood. She officially announced that she's opening a formal legal complaint against those that spread misinformation and bullied her. That includes the likes of J.K. Rowling, Harry Potter author and known hater, and Elon Musk, naming them amongst others in itself. So I don't know what a formal legal complaint means. All I know is it seems like she's taking action to get revenge on all the shit they were spewing, and it may pull through. So fugly for everybody else, but on her end, doing the right thing.
Yeah. We talked about this last week, just that whole story kind of brought out an ugly side in all of us. Like, I mean, and I'm still of the belief, like, not that I'm asking her to start an OnlyFans or get on camera and show us, what God gave her. But if I am in this position, I think I'd be a little bit more definitive in proving my stance, other than, suing people and like, go to a doctor, go to some professional, get an exam, let the professional person be like, yep, she's a female. It would help. It would help her case without some of this like other arbitrary stuff, he said, she said stuff, no pun intended. Update, Jerm has been served by the man-woman boxer. Yeah. Sue me. Hey, listen, I can wash dishes for you. I can wash your car. I ain't got no money. So you can't help me out. Yeah. Welcome to Stuff. Hit that. Yeah. More gems by me. My fugly, staying with the Olympics, is this whole mess with the Olympic Committee and the Olympic judges and when it comes to female gymnastics. I don't know what the fuck's happening here. I didn't watch it. I had to go back and kind of figure out what was happening and then read up on the rules. It seems like Olympic gymnastics has a history of this like fuzzy judging scale. And so I'm going to try to Cliff Notes this thing for you guys, because it's kind of confusing. And I had to read it several times to figure it out. But basically, the floor routine that Jordan Childs did, the judges incorrectly scored her floor routine, and her coach like filed, I guess, what they call an inquiry. Like, hey, can you miss this move that she did? You didn't judge this move. And I'm guessing they're getting these scores in real time. So they agreed, said, yeah, that's right. we missed this. We gave her this many points, and that ended up giving her the bronze, pushing Romania and I can't remember the other country down to 4th and 5th. She gets the bronze. Well, Romania was like, nah, man, you guys made this claim after the 1 minute mark or whatever the time limit you have. And so they were like, oh, all right, well, they claimed the inquiry was like 4 seconds after the 1 minute mark, and it shouldn't count. And the U.S. said that it was kind of basically their statement that this is ridiculous. She earned it. The judges are the ones that made the mistake and admitted their mistake. They're the ones you need to talk to. They judged it incorrectly. Jordan Childs is being punished for their mistake. And then they followed up that with saying, we have evidence, matter of fact, that not only did we get our inquiry put in on time, we had we tried to call the inquiry twice before. So you guys are double wrong. You're double fucked up. So basically now the Olympics, Romania, Team USA, and the courts are all arguing about what appeals are allowed and what are not allowed. And it's just this crazy back and forth. And basically now they're saying, well, we know we messed up, but our decision's final. Jordan Childs, give back the medal. And they're like, what the fuck? So long story less long, Jordan Childs, do not give that bronze medal back. Fuck them. You deserve it. Matter of fact, Romania also said basically, okay, everybody fucked up here. This is too much of a mess. How about we just give 3 bronze medals? Us, the other team that would have made it, and the US and Jordan Childs. And the Olympic Committee's like, no. Yep. And so it's frustrating. Like, that's the easiest thing to do. Hey, everybody fucked up. Here's a bronze medal for everybody. We'll put this in the history books and with an asterisk, and if people want to question it.
So this initial challenge came up, I think, at like some of the last days of the Olympics, and I remember Mike Tirico announcing it, and I was like, "Ooh, it's like, let's see what's happening now." When I was watching in primetime, and one of the speculations after reading some articles then is that the IOC doesn't like having athletes give medals back, particularly if it's this close, right? So one of the things that they were saying is maybe they will just give out an additional bronze or 2 to make it, all even. And no, when this decision came out, they're like, yeah, no, we're going to need that back. I'll be honest with you, I was shocked. It's not a good situation to be in. Just own the fact that there was mess up somewhere in the process, some on the American side, some on the IOC side, some, elsewhere. But, I will say it's not cool for Jordan. It's not cool for the, was it Roman? You said Armenian or Roman or Romanian?
Romania. And I can't remember. There was a third country.
I think you're right. I think it's Romania for the Romanian gymnasts. But no, now this is a legal issue. The IOC is sticking by their decision, and the US is going to go through the legal process and drag this out even further, which is just absurd. But here we are. Yeah,
Jordan Child, don't give that shit back. Fuck them. And matter of fact, if you want to give it back, go ahead. There was an Olympian that was like, yo, look at my bronze medal. This shit is like the little fake gold you used to get at the Korean bodegas. It's like fucking starting to wilt.
No, it was doing what bronze does. It was starting to oxidize. That's what it is.
Yeah. Pouring too much champagne on it in celebration. That's probably what he was doing. That's why he can't get that shit wet, man. That champagne will eat away at it.